Okay, so let's make some tickets. Hello everyone, Donna here. We didn't get a chance to do tickets in the last video, so continuing on from that, we'll get started. So I showed you this ticket set last time. I'm going to use this today, and I think I'm going to start with printing some of these outlines and then putting some patterns into them. I'm going to begin on coffee dye paper rather than having to ink up the cream paper like I did last time, because they don't need to be as thick, these tickets. I'm going to use the stamp positioner again because it's just handy in case I need to restamp. When you've got something like this, which is bigger in area, it doesn't always stamp perfectly the first time. So this just makes it a bit easier. I'll pop my paper on there like that. So stamp on, leaving a little bit of room around the outside so that I can cut it out. I'm going to use the ruby red and I'm going to emboss it like I did on the last video. So let's get this inked up. So it might just be worth going back and checking that one out if you have the time. Because we're using this darker paper, it's made a really nice dark red, more like a burgundy. So next, I want to take the stripy stamp, and I'm presuming it fits onto there, although I don't know because it looks bigger. Does it fit that one? Or it might, I think it might be for this one actually. It's got a thinner border. Yeah, I think it's for there. So we'll leave that one for now and we'll add some extra detail, and we'll do this one next with the stripes. These diagonal ones. I'm going to use red again because I want it to look like a candy cane. I'm going to use a smaller piece of paper as well. I don't need it all. So let's get the straight side. Any of it straight? Let's just pop that on there. Now let's try and line up this. So paper's in. Does it go that way? Does it go this way? So I had my head right over and hopefully I've got it in the right place. Well, yeah, I think it's worked. Let's give it another go. I think that's worked. Try and get those middle bits. Sometimes I find the magnet, you can't quite push down hard enough. Unless it's supposed to look like that. No, it's supposed to have a little bit, supposed to be full or a little bit more filled in. And it just does not want to print. And there's our shiny, grungy candy cane ticket. I did find with having this wrinkly paper, if you heat from underneath, it will hit those kind of indented bits where the heat's not getting to from the front. So that worked a bit better. There's a little bit here that didn't emboss because I started heating it before I'd put the embossing powder on. It's obviously going to be one of those days. So my camera storage was full. I do apologise. So I'm not sure where you've got up to and what you've seen. But I did go ahead and stamp the red on a variety of different papers, and then I embossed some, didn't emboss others, just so you can see the difference. So I think we did this together, the embossed on the coffee dye paper. I then did the cream. So this one's embossed, this one isn't. You can see the embossed one is slightly darker. And then I did it on white card as well. So this one is the embossed, this one isn't. And I looked at some examples on the Heidi Swapp website, and that stripy one, the way they used it is just to do the stripes and then they cut around, and I think they look just like tags. So I've got something planned for those. But yeah, so I just wanted to show you these and catch you up just in case. So I've got lots there. And then I've just gone ahead in exactly the same way, and I stamped all the different tickets on different paper. None of these are embossed, these are all just stamped down. So I've used the Scorched Timber, black pigment ink, the Versa Fine. I use, this is called Blueprint Sketch, it's the Tim Holtz. And I've just done this off camera, cut them all out. Then I use my hole punch at the end just to cut out these little bits at the end there. So that's where I'm up to. So now we've got the base, they could be ready for anything, but we're going to make them Christmassy. I had my Clearly Besotted stamp kit that I shared the other day, and these triangle trees fit really nicely onto here. So I think I'm going to go ahead and use this stamp set because I've got some really nice little sentiments as well that I can put on. Some little hearts and stars that I can maybe put onto the tree. And I think these are little tree trunks that line up. How cute. So I'm going to have a play. I'm just going to have a play and see what I can come up with. But I do want to just pick your brains about something and just ask your opinion. I always feel like on these types of videos, they can be quite repetitive. You're just watching someone stamping. So I always find it a bit of a balance between how much do I show. Then do I speed it up and add music? Some people don't like music. Do I speed it up and voice over it? Some people don't like voiceovers. Do I speed it up and just leave it with nothing over the top and just leave it quiet? So if you have any thoughts on that, I'd love to hear them because it is hard to please everybody. For today, I am either probably going to be doing a voiceover or some music, and you can kind of just see my process, you know, without me showing the whole hour and a half, 2 hours, however long it takes me in a video. Because a video of that length probably isn't going to get the watch hours anyway. People don't have time to sit and watch. So I'd be really interested in your opinion. But I'm just going to have a play with this stamp set. And once I've got the majority of the stamping down, I can show you what it looks like, and then I can start adding things to it. My tickets are all done, so I've got a combination here. So I've got kind of more clean and simple, kind of, I don't know, maybe more traditional type tickets with the gold embossing. And I've also got slightly more grungy style ticket. I tried to get as much onto the time lapse as possible, so hopefully you will have seen me using all the variety of stamps and equipment that I used to put these together, but I did mix and match a lot. So these are like the main ones. Some of them I've left more blank so that I can come back and do something with them at a later date. Some of them are a little bit more full and complete. I did some lovely ones with trees, which again, I'm not quite sure what I want to put on them, so I'm just going to leave them as they are. Some more here. Where's the other one? There's one here. Also got these ones that are just drying. I'm just letting the gold ones dry. So I've got 3 of these with the Christmas trees. It says Love XO and Make the Memories. And I've kept a few unstamped but cut out. And I've also just kept a few as well, just complete blanks. So then they're ready to go as well later at a later date when I want to use them. So what I thought I'd do now is actually make some kind of holder to keep these safe. And I've got a load of junk mail envelopes with windows, and what I was thinking is doing something with this. So, oops. I was thinking of closing this flap up and then just making it a bit shorter, cutting here, and then I've got a nice kind of pocket size. Or I could make some kind of flap that closes down over the top like this. Which might be nice as well, and then it would close it all. And then you can just kind of get inside the pocket that way. So let me get this cut down. I'll cut the length to there. That I think I will keep folded over. Might score it. I need to open this up. So I can get in to get the tickets, and then it will fold over to close the tickets. I'm just going to put a quick score line down here just to reinforce that line a little bit, get it nice and straight. I probably don't need as much at the back. So if I chopped it to here, I could seal it and then fold it. So that would be fine. So I only want this folded over bit just to strengthen it at the bottom. And so I've got the fold to keep it together rather than glue. It just gives me more room there at the bottom. Perhaps I don't need as much of a flap. So let's just take that down a little bit. There's might of these corners, so they look a little bit neater when they're folded in. I'm not going to glue it together yet because I want to be able to get in to put some paper on the inside. And I think this paper's nice. Quite like either the Christmas trees. Let's have a look at the colours we've got. I mean, not that it needs to colour coordinate because there's all sorts going on, but that one might be nice. Or the pinky coloured one might be nice, a little bit lighter. I would probably ink that up a little bit. This is the paper pad, by the way. It's from the Works, I think. How about the Christmas lights? This has got green. This has got all of the colours in. So this might be a nice one. So I could decorate with that on the inside, and then I could just maybe do some tickets and stamping on the front. So let's get this one cut down. So pop it on. Where's the fold? I also want a piece for here so that I don't see the blue when I'm opening, and I need 2 bits. Oops, ink everywhere. So let's do the same again, and I'll just measure the length because it's going to be the same length. And then the height needs to be and then I should have enough to do the other side. Length is correct, and let's just do the height. Just need to do around the edges for these. So let's get this stuck down. I'm just going to use Pritt Stick. Which way around does it go? Lights hang upside down, don't they? Does it go that way? I don't suppose it really matters. So just to make it easier where I've got that overhang, I'm just going to put the whole lot again into the trimmer. Straighten it all up. And again, a tiny bit off there. The desk situation is becoming a little bit hard to manage. There's a fair few things out on my desk at the moment. I am going to add a tiny slither to here because that's got paper on it and this hasn't. This, where it's folded, is going to be a little bit weak, which I don't want. So I'm just going to cut a slither. How tall it's supposed to be. It's about right. Not bothered about it being straight or anything like that. It just needs to fit there. That's perfect. Let's get that stuck on. Again, like I said, it's just to keep the support so that I've not got this tiny bit here in the corner unsupported where the actual join is. Okay, I'll do the same on the other side. I just need the width. Just want to make sure as well it doesn't actually go over the join. I still want to be able to fold it without having a load of bulk. So I want my pocket to close like it does here, just with a fold, without being glued. If you've watched my videos for a while, I've said many a time that I don't like it when we have a folded pocket here and then one that's glued, because you get this effect going on with the pocket and you don't get an even width all across. It's just something that I don't like. So what I'm actually going to do is just take some tape and tape up this side, flip it round to the back so it'll close all the pocket up but I still get the full use of the pocket. And then I'm going to collage over the top. So I'll take this is magic Scotch tape, and on white paper it's almost invisible. It's not completely invisible. I mean, it doesn't need to be invisible because obviously I'm going to be doing something on top of it, but it's quite a good tape to use. It's what I use in my journals. It's also not overly thick, so I can go all the way up to the top without worrying that I'm not going to be able to fold that flat back over. So it folds quite nicely there. So now I need to seal this up so I can put glue all over there because the fold will close it. So again, bit of Pritt Stick. The reason I'm closing this up now is because I want to fold paper over towards the back, just to give the edges a nice finish. So if I get that done now, that's sorted. And we can just glue all of this down. First thing I want to do is just get my sticking done. I don't want to glue over this fold, so I'm just going to ink that up. Again, just because I don't want to add any bulk to the fold. So I'm going to do around here and then do that bit separate. So this is longer and wider than what I need, but my plan is to fold it over and fold it around, and then I'm going to cover the back. Okay, so that's that one done, and then I'll do this one. Now what I'm going to do is make it slightly wider than the window because I've got the curve. So I'm just going to cover a little bit of that window up just to make it a non-curved window. It's just easier. Just going up to that fold. I don't want to go over the fold. I'm just going to try and get mine to stop about there. I need a piece for this side. This couldn't be easier, really. It's just a really quick way of covering. Again, I'm going to go just over that curve. This bit next, so will that fit on there? No. Let's see what we've got. This one looks like it's going to fit perfectly, so let's straighten the edge. What I should have done is probably made the front bits bigger to wrap round to the back, but I'm not really bothered. It doesn't make a massive difference. I'm going to stamp over this and it's going to be closed. It's going to be closed anyway. It just gives the edges a nice finish. Keeps everything nice and tidy looking. For the back, I think I will just patchwork various coffee dyed papers that I've got. Right, let's get this envelope decorated now. I thought it would be the ideal project to use some of this new washi tape, the Crafty by Toni. So I could do that all the way around the bottom or halfway. Let's just do it all the way across. I do find with this that I do need a little bit of additional glue. So, oops. It's not the stickiest of tapes, although it's a nice tape. So washi tape's a really good, quick way of decorating without doing the whole, you know, without having to get every single stamp out and every single stencil or whatever, you know, whatever it is you want to use. Just really quick to pop a bit of washi down. So inked around and I rounded the corners, but it was too thick with all the paper that I'd added on for my corner rounded to go through. So what I did is pressed it down as far as it would go to make an impression, and then I just hand cut it. Now, those observant of us would have noticed that I completely forgot to put the closure on. So I will have to have a think about that. I don't necessarily need one. It's kind of keeping closed fine. I might just put something on here to weight it down a little bit. So I've got these Christmas wax seal stickers. I've also got these poppy stickers. So I thought I could use one or the other. So let's just test them out for size. So I like this gold seal there. But I also like the snowflake one, which I think goes with the teal for the stickers. Now these are just storage, so it doesn't really matter whether it goes or not. I quite like this. What I would need to do is stick it onto another piece of paper, stop it from being sticky. It will just go on there to weight it down a little bit. Well, let's check if this would be better. I think that one's better. I'm going to cut a circle, a paper circle, just for some scrap, which I think will fit onto there. Maybe do a bit smaller. I'll glue the top bit. For this here, I'm going to get some of that patterned paper. I'm going to get some patterned paper. And I'm going to stick it over that circle just to make it look a bit neater. Fits onto there. I inked around and that will just make that look neat. Nothing like thinking on your feet, is there? I think I might stamp this merriest Christmas wishes onto there. I think I'll do it in brown, maybe. The ground espresso oxide brown. And I'm going to use the stamping platform because I don't want to put all that work in and then for it not to stamp correctly. Okay, that took some welly because of this. I should have realised, and it's over stamped, but that's fine. We're going for kind of grungy and messy, so I'm not going to worry too much. This is why thinking on your feet isn't always best. Note to self. I think that looks really sweet. I want something for the back. On the back, I've just put some more of that paper, just to make it look nice and finished. And I'm going to leave it at that. I mean, I could do more. I could put some more stamping here, but I like how it looks, how it is. So let's fill it with the tickets. So there's a fair few tickets in there, but there's plenty of space for all of them. So they are all nicely stored in there now. And, you know, there's something like this envelope is great just for adding to a journal. You can put some memorabilia in there. So tickets and a little ephemera holder made from a junk envelope. Done. And that all goes nicely into there. If you've got a crafty friend, this might also make a really nice Christmas present for them as well. So thank you very much for joining me today. I am going to go and tidy up. So I will see you next time. If you've enjoyed the video, it would be a really massive help if you could just like. If you would like to know when I have put more videos up onto my channel, then you can always select the notification bell. And of course, I would love to have you subscribe as well. So I will see you next time. Take care. Thank you for watching and I'll see you then. Bye bye.